Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing some awesome pantry organization and systemization. It's going to be cheap, easy, and hopefully provide you with a ton of motivation. I actually deleted the first half of the footage that I was filming, but I think this is totally gonna get the point across, and you'll get the point across in a lot shorter video. So if you like videos like this, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. Because some of the footage got deleted, really the only before clips are these fuzzy clips from my Instagram story. I started doing this pantry organization on March 2nd, but most of that footage got deleted, so we're just going to dive in today, and I'm gonna show you guys exactly what I used to get this awesome finished look. So we're gonna start with a paparazzi shot of my spices. This is an area that I really wanted to just make beautiful, and so I ended up getting these great spice jars off of Amazon. By the way, if you hear Lucy in the back, she's my 1-year-old daughter. And here I am just transferring all my spices to these spice jars so that they can be matching. These jars are really affordable, they work great, I love the lids, and I can't suggest them highly enough. Here you can see my spice rack that I just made out of little boards and cardboard and extra spices, but it totally does the trick. And now I'm gonna go in and label all of these spice jars. I went back and forth on whether or not I should label the tops of the jars or the fronts of the jars, and I will link these labels down below. They're super cute. But I decided to label the tops because I just wanted a really minimalistic feel in my pantry. And honestly, I know what every single spice is here in the pantry. So for me, I just thought this looked a lot cleaner, taking away those labels and just putting them on the top. But they're also really cute if you decide to put them on the fronts of the jars or whatever. So I've already transferred a lot of goods that I've bought in bulk into these glass jars. These are like one of the cheapest ways and one of the most beautiful ways to organize a pantry, I think. I had a ton on hand because I do like to can. But even though I already had transferred a lot of the bulk goods into these jars, I do still buy some packaged foods like crackers, raisins, cereal, stuff like that. So I'm just going through and transferring these into the jars as well. Obviously, this doesn't eliminate waste because I am taking things out of the packaging they came in and putting them into these jars, but it has really helped me start being more aware of the foods that I can buy in bulk and just bring home and put straight into the jars, which works awesome. I like to have a wide range of jar sizes because, like you could see here, the flour wasn't all gonna fit in that half-gallon jar, so I could just pour it into this gallon jar and go up the size. So here I'm just putting my lentils, I'm putting cereal, like things I grab really quickly, I'm putting up front, and then things that I don't use as often, I'm stacking in the back, like these wheat berries. I rarely will use those, but I'll use my canned beans per se a lot. So that's just kind of how I'm organizing it. And then on the far right hand side, I'm putting more traditionally store-bought and canned goods. Now moving down to the lowest rack, I'm just checking to make sure all my spices have been filled, and then I will kind of show you guys what I have down here. So all my spices look so beautiful. They make me so happy over here on the left. And as you can see, here's like a sticker label. There were so many different already pre-printed labels for these labels, but some of these you can't really see on this one. I did have to write in, which is another reason why I put the labels on the top. Here I have my salt and pepper grinders, and then I keep things like cinnamon and nutmeg in those little shakers. And here's oil, raw honey, and my vinegars here. So there you guys have the one side of the pantry, and it just makes me so happy every time I go in here to pull something out. Here is all the waste just from those few items that I transferred to jars. And I really do love that people are coming up with ways to use less packaging. I just think that's so helpful. I got this cute storage bin for $12.99 from TJ Maxx, and it's just really well made. It's light, it's not like heavy wood, but it's super deep, and I love that. So in this storage bin, I'm gonna put our bread, and I'm also going to put our chips. Down here are all of my baking goods. So we have tea here, I have sugar, brown sugar, cornmeal. I'm gonna transfer this cocoa powder here, but I just love having all those baking goods on the left-hand side. Then I just take a dry erase marker and write whatever is in the jar on top of the jar. And then for storing noodles, I broke the lasagna noodles in half, and I did the same thing with my spaghetti noodles, and just store them here on the right-hand side. I'm doing a really bad job at getting all this in this jar, and it might be a good idea to use a funnel for something like tea. But this is just like tea to drink postpartum, and I'm gonna stash that behind Elisha's coffee beans. And this bin, that's the remains of what we use for snacks. I need to buy some more snacks, obviously. And then in this bin, I keep garlic, onions, and potatoes. Up here above my sink, I also have another storage bin because you will have extra, like for instance, all the cereal might not fit in the jar. So this is where I store the bags of extra stuff. And then here on the right-hand side, I have more oils and vinegars. In the back are extra oil and vinegar, or Worcestershire sauce. That word is so hard to say. But these 4 bottles in the front are the ones that I use on a weekly basis. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching this video. I hope it gave you some motivation and that you are encouraged to use whatever you have on hand to organize your own pantry. Frankly, this is kind of like my dream pantry. It's how I pictured it in my mind at the beginning of the year, and so I am just really, really happy with it. If you haven't subscribed yet, I would love to have you subscribe and hit that notification bell. And to my current subscribers, thank you so much for sticking with me on the journey. I'm hoping I can create a lot of fun content for you throughout the rest of this spring and summer. Bye.